Hi. Welcome to Unabashed Fans.
Yay.
I'm Angela. You are
Sarah.
Yes, and we are starting this because there's so much negativity, and I just need like 30 minutes of pure joy to talk about things I love every week.
Same.
That's truly
just
it.
Just remember why we love some of the things that we love.
Yes.
Not everything is shitty.
Not everything is shitty.
Such a shitty little life.
And I was telling you, I talked to one of my friends from work who sees a therapist, and he was told, like, list the things you love, not including your fiance or your dogs, like not the normal. I love my fiance, and
I love my mom. I love my dad.
Some days, yeah, most days, all the time.
All the time. We said love, not like. That's a different subject.
Said love, yes. And he couldn't do it. She said, you need to start thinking about all the things you love, because that's what helps also get you out of depression and feeling funky all the time. And I was like, exactly. That's why we're going to do this.
Yes.
Because even just when we started listing things that we want to talk about in the future, like I said to you, I'm already feeling better. I'm already stoked.
That uplifting.
And exactly. We are going to make some warnings that some of the things we'll talk about are now so controversial. Like John Hughes is on my list. Right?
Yeah.
You know, now everybody has things to say. Whatever. I still love those movies. We do cuss. We can't help it. We do drink.
We can't. We don't want to help that.
We don't want to help it.
We don't need help in that part right now.
We don't need help with that.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, and we are going to delete
suggestions.
Yes, we'll take suggestions
on what to drink.
On what to drink, what to talk about. We need suggestions. I want to learn about other things people have that I may not know about. Like you're gonna one time. I've already said I want a video on cats because I don't like cats. No, I don't like them. I just don't get it.
You don't see the appeal.
I don't see the appeal of it. I love kittens, but I don't understand cats. I'm very much a dog person. And we will delete negative comments.
Yes.
Or I put that out on everything. I'm deleting them. Yeah. I don't care. I don't need anyone's negativity. That you can go be negative everywhere else on the internet. The whole point of this is to not be negative.
For 30 minutes out of your life.
30 minutes out of your life. Just enjoy. Just have some fun. You know, it's not that big of a deal. But our first topic. Thank you for being a friend.
All girls.
Travel down the road and back again. Yes. Sarah chose Golden Girls, and she's so talented. She made, she's not my only friend. She's one of my best friends.
I'm her only friend, really.
Yeah. Only friend.
Only friend.
Some days. She made us Golden Girls cups. Yeah, because you need sparkle, you need glitter. Mine is Dorothy in the streets.
And I'm just thank you for being a friend and everyone.
Yeah, no, I love this cup. It makes me so happy. And yours is the one that's like all friends, right?
Yeah, it's like everybody.
What does it say? What does it say?
It's thank you for being a friend. And it has like all the little
Dorothy it has
and everybody
all
else in there. Little images on it too.
Mine doesn't have Dorothy on it.
No, it doesn't.
I liked when you sent this and you said, "Hey, I made these." Everyone's like, "I don't know." And I want Dorothy, and I think you need this. You need this. I'm gonna assign it.
And we knew one person was always going to be Sophia, no matter what. So
well, we knew who Sophia was.
We know who our Sophia
is. She knows it too.
Oh yeah,
she knows.
Yeah.
This is Sophia.
She says in her soul, like an 80-year-old,
always
mad. She's not
always angry old lady. Yeah,
always an angry old lady. Who do you relate to the most in the Golden Girls?
Well, I actually started rewatching them because I haven't seen them in so long. And thank you.
I rewatched that whole thing through Hulu before I canceled Hulu.
It's like, thank you, Hulu. Well, and I didn't realize there was also a spinoff too. They had the Golden Palace where they got this hotel and Cheech Marin.
For like 1 year.
Oh my God.
For 1 year. And Don Cheadle's in it.
We need Don Cheadle.
Oh my
gosh. Don Cheadle who's in it?
No, well, I know Cheech Marin is in it.
I thought, yeah, it's like crazy. They get a hotel It didn't last. I don't even know if it lasted a whole year.
It might have, because that's after like B. Arthur left, because she was like, I'm done.
Dorothy gets married. Spoiler alert, if you didn't know.
Oh my God.
You should by now. It ended in the 90s.
Well, you know, I'm just too young. I'm just too young.
You're so young. For anyone. Yeah, that's Dorothy leaves at the end.
Yeah.
Because she marries Leslie Nielsen.
Oh,
remember?
Right. Vaguely. Oh my
God.
I
was so happy for her because she had Stan that whole time.
Oh,
I know. And go, and he was the worst. Oh,
I know.
Talk about like the original gaslighter. That was Stan.
Yeah. Totally.
So bad.
Oh my gosh. Well, I would say like after kind of watching some of them, so I'm still like in season 1. So I was like, I really slacked on watching, but I was like, I'm cleaning the house. I'll sit there and listen to some of it. But it's like,
no, that's all good.
You see, I mean, of course, like that was kind of the best part of that whole series is that you saw a little bit of yourself in every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then still, I'm like going, oh my God, I am so Rose. Because it's like, I'm so nice and so sweet. And then she did this bowling competition. She's like, there was a field hockey incident and I had to change high schools. I'm very competitive. And I'm like,
play nice, girls.
Oh,
that's you.
I see a lot of that in me.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
I had to change school.
Yeah.
She gets super competitive in the bowling, right?
Oh yeah. Like she like dropped Blanche like a hot tamale.
Remember too, she's the one that also gets super competitive in the dance thing.
Oh yeah.
And she does like the cartwheel at the end and the splits.
Okay, that may or may not be me. I was going I would do that. I was like, totally.
You would do that too.
Yeah.
You don't do the splits often, but when you do.
You look like a prostitute.
No, but when I do, it's
to win a dance competition.
I better get a damn prize is what I should do. And stuff like, I mean, it was like speech. I had some trophies and stuff like
drama.
Did that. Got some, the highest I ever got was like second place. It's like, damn it. And you would be very impressed with what I got second place in too.
What?
Record pantomime. Basically, I was the best
I've never heard
lip syncer ever. Lip syncer right here. I had a whole career. I could have had a whole career.
I'm sorry, you won second place in record pantomime. And you were lip syncing?
You lip syncing.
I have to do this.
I don't think there's a video of it anywhere. Thank God.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I was in mime troupe in middle school.
Ooh.
Don Cheadle was in the spinoff.
We need Don Cheadle.
Oh, he was.
He was.
Oh,
he was.
I'm gonna have to watch that one too after I finish the first one.
Is it on Hulu?
Yeah, that's on Hulu too.
So the original question was, do you relate to Rose the most?
I'm Betty White. Schmidt's Rue McClanahan.
Don't.
I would say I probably relate a little bit more the most to her because I guess like the small town kind of girl, but then like there's some parts too that are like Blanche because I'm very Southern. I grew up. I would say, slutty. Yeah, super slutty in my mind. But like just like that Southern hospitality is like she got upset and she was in bed for days because it was just it's like when I can relate to that a little bit.
God, don't you wish we could do that? I'm trying to think. I don't know why I loved Dorothy.
Yeah, she's practical. Well, she's practical, and then she also says too what's on her mind.
Dorothy.
What?
She's very sarcastic.
True.
That's why I love it.
Yeah, it's so easy to relate to that. I don't know why.
Little patience. It's hard to imagine that she was a teacher because I'm like, you didn't have patience. How were you a teacher for all those years?
I know. I was like, how did you live with Rose and be a teacher? But
do you remember Mario Lopez was one of her students for an episode?
Oh my God, I did not remember that.
Talk about a cutie.
Yeah. I mean, oh my God. He hasn't aged. He has not
aged. I saw him. He hosted one of those it's like the Solid Gold music thing where it had all the different 70s acts.
Mm-hmm.
He was the host. He was so
my
cute.
God.
I was like, hey, see you later.
It's like
You know what I was sad about when you said, well, not when you said Golden Girls. I was like, oh, I need to get cheesecake. And then I forgot to get cheesecake.
Ah,
Of course you can.
Idle hands are the devil's workshop.
But I love the idea that they just, I had a bad day. Now I just want to eat cheesecake. I'm not allowed to do that. Like, that's a lot of cheesecake.
yeah. I know, some days it's like, well, if I eat the whole cheesecake, that means everything is better, right?
Right? The world is good.
The world is good. It'll be good for like at least 4 hours until I have my next whole cheesecake. Because at that point in time, I'll be like, oh, I have a hangnail. I need cheesecake.
Do you think what's healthier, a glass of wine at night when you've had a hard day or a piece of cheesecake?
Oh, glass of wine.
Alcohol, or is it better to go cheesecake?
Well, let's see. If it's one glass of wine,
not one bottle,
not one glass. One glass. What is it?
How big is the glass? Oh, you had to throw in the ounces.
I know.
Because I know you sit there and you measure like 1, 2, 3.
Please. I'm like, I think the bottle's, I was like, oh, it's halfway empty. It's fine. That's why you get the big glasses. The big glasses. I
was going to do wine today, but then we went to the wineries yesterday and it was like, it's enough wine. I can't do it today.
Yeah.
So I'm drinking vodka orange.
Ooh.
Very Florida, very Golden Girls. Sarah's drinking
Lime High Noon.
Lime High Noon. Is it a beer?
No, it's vodka seltzer. So it's
you
like,
told me about this before.
Yes, it's like gluten free and blah blah blah. So it's like, it's healthy alcohol, but sometimes there's just not enough vodka in there, and I will add more because I go for the buck. Depends on how my day is going.
I like that you use the terms healthy alcohol. I don't know if that's really an accurate description of what that is.
I'm like, girls, I am so sorry. Oh,
it's salsa. It's like bubbly water with some lime juice and some vodka.
I'll get the Waterloo waters and add vodka to that. I'm like,
I'm
trying to think like that first season. I remember when I rewatched it and I was, wait, they're in their 50s?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Blanche,
I know that means their husbands died.
Yeah, their husband died young. Stanley died. He's just a horrible gaslight.
He was a horrible human being. But then like Rose's husband, so let's say she's 55. He died when like he was in his 40s. What?
Did they ever say how their husbands passed?
Oh, Rose did. This is another reason why I relate.
What happened? Were they in bed?
In bed? Whose bed?
They were in bed. So she was a little scared to be in bed with her new boyfriend.
She's like, Blanche,
no, I might kill you.
You have nothing on me, Blanche. They were in bed. I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's it. That was like episode 3, man.
I'm gonna have to rewatch. I have to rewatch Charlie. Wasn't his name Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then Miles. She doesn't marry Miles, but they date for a long time.
Yeah.
And he has to do like witness protection. There's something with Miles. Like,
I know. Well, but then
he wasn't actually who he said he was.
Palace.
He's in the Golden Palace?
Yeah. Because he's like in episode 3 of the Golden. That's why I got confused, because he was in episode 3 on season 1 and then episode 3 on the Golden Palace. And I was just like,
did he just check in and he was like, Rose, what are you doing in a hotel?
Like, hey, how's it going?
Thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but Blanche gets proposed to like 3 times.
Yeah.
The first year, she goes on one date, and then the next thing you know, she's like, he wants to marry me, and I just don't know.
Yeah, it's like y'all have only known each other for 3 weeks.
Aren't you like supposed to know better when you're older, or is it when you're older you're just going, I don't have that much time. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and get married.
Yeah, I think that's probably some of it. That, and it's just, I mean, depending on like how, I guess I would say like how you're raised, how kind of your life goes, is that you want that companionship. But she already had the companionship with her friends, just not, the other companionship.
The one she really wanted.
Yeah. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Like the slutty one on the Golden Girls.
And do you remember there's an episode, it's a lot later on, that she dreams her husband is still alive, but you don't realize it's a dream. Like he comes
Oh,
back
no.
and it turns out maybe this is where I'm getting the witness protection thing. Like he had a fake death. He faked his death for some reason.
Oh.
And it's this really weird episode. Like the whole time you don't realize
it's a dream sequence.
They have crazy hijinks on the Golden Girls. So you kind of assume, okay, her husband faked his death. And then she wakes up at the end and I cried because it was so sad to me because
it was so real and
yeah. I was like, what's wrong with this episode? But
these people are horrible.
Dream. I think like what other really crazy episodes? Do you have a favorite episode of the Golden Girls?
Not really. Like I said, like going back through and rewatching them, it's just like kind of all of them. And just, I understand why it was so popular too, because I mean, it's like you have these 4 women from distinctly different backgrounds. I mean, one of them completely generational. You have the mother-daughter aspect. You have the Southern Belle, you have the New York Yankee, basically. You have the Midwest girl too, the naive Midwest girl, we'll put it that way. And just how they kind of come together and they complement each other and they complete each other and they continue on. I mean, it's just like, yeah, I know. I was like, that's what makes it so
what friendship
so good.
Is. Yeah. And that was the other reason we talked about doing this is that I'm so tired that you can't like have civil conversation with people with different views. And, when reality is all of our friends are so different.
Oh yeah. I mean, if they were all the same, I mean, my God, how boring would we be?
Exactly. Now I do remember that first episode. I think it's the first episode. Wasn't it the cheesecake that brings them together at the end? Like they didn't think it was going to work because of all their differences. And then each one of them had bought a cheesecake or something from the store. And they're like, oh, you like cheesecake? Like you find the one common thing and you're like, oh, we're now best friends. Because cheesecake.
Ours is, oh, you like alcohol? Yes, I do.
Alcohol. Very pure alcohol.
It's the
Ooh, you like to karaoke? I like to karaoke.
Other people don't like me to karaoke because they're scared when I have a microphone. I don't know why.
Nobody's scared when you have a microphone. We love it.
Other people are.
Forget that.
Forget that.
If you love me for who I am or don't love me at all.
Me at all. Take me or leave me.
I'm trying to think like best episodes of Golden Girls. God, there are so many.
Oh, I know. Because
you remember the one where Rose thinks she might have AIDS?
No, I know they did oh, that's right.
They did some very special episodes.
Yes, because she had come into contact with the blood because she was like a candy striper or something at the hospital.
I was a candy striper. You were not allowed near anybody bleed. I mean, all you did was change beds, but and it was like they did a lot of special episodes.
Oh, and I remember
they handled it really well for that time. It was
oh yeah. I mean, to be so tongue in cheek talking about it, but yet still talking about it. It was such kind of a groundbreaking thing, I think. And then the other one I remember when all 3 of them, they went on a cruise with their boyfriends and they're like they're at the pharmacy, like in Mexico or something. I can't remember where, but they're at the pharmacy and they're like, should probably get some condoms. It's like, we should probably get some, so they all get some. And I just remember when they came back that they talked about, well, we didn't use them. Nothing really happened or anything like that. And then Rose, of course, comes out
with your boyfriend. Why wouldn't you?
I know. Well, Rose comes back and she's like, oh yeah, we used them all. And the girls are like, what the hell? She's like, yeah, we just filled them up with water and started throwing them at people.
Sure, Rose.
I know.
We know how your husband died. In bed.
Like we know who the slut is. We know who the slut is. It was always Rose. It's the sweet innocent ones. You never really
innocent one. Yeah, I always suspect them.
Like me?
I always suspect you. Sarah did it. True.
I was like, I'm sticking to that.
They all end up in jail somehow, and Sophia's supposed to bail them out, and I think she like leaves them for a hot minute.
Yeah, because she got pissed off at them for something.
Sophia, we're innocent.
You need to come bail me out of jail. I'm gonna be so nice to you. Like Then when we get in the car, then I'll be my hot mess.
Yeah, I
self.
know. Then I'll be snarky.
Not
Well,
if
but
I'm sitting there.
but you
And we're
know,
with all the prostitutes.
yes. And then of course Dorothy gets her voice so much
I
lower.
think that's what they were.
I was
putting
in San
billboards.
Quentin or something like that. They're like, that's a men's bitch. She's like, yeah, it took him a week to figure it out.
Oh, they're crazy. Everybody needs to rewatch Golden Girls because, or watch it for the first time because you'll have so many life lessons.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was just. I mean, I would say that was just kind of the age too of the TV. Because I mean, you had so many of those shows doing it, and then and then I also remember too the spinoff Empty Nest. I watched that all the time too.
I loved Empty Nest.
That he was the neighbor.
2 daughters. Yeah.
Yep. 2 crazy daughters.
And didn't they have like the suave? Well, he thought he was suave kind of friend.
Neighbor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other
The
neighbor.
youngest daughter always drove me crazy. She was very whiny.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't she the redhead?
Yeah, the redhead. Yeah. Because then the other one was like a cop and she was just crazy.
Yes. Christy McNichol.
Yes. Oh my God.
I love her. Have you ever seen the movie?
If you say the pirate movie, I'm gonna die.
No, Little Darlings. It's
No, I haven't seen that.
And Tatum O'Neal at summer camp.
Oh my gosh.
On who's going to lose their virginity first.
Oh my God. So risque.
Oh, very risque. I mean, at camp, they weren't like 12. I think they were like 15, 16 in the movie. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm hoping older camp.
They were a little older.
Yeah.
But it was probably
older,
the late,
nonetheless
early
wiser.
80s that movie came out. It was a good movie.
Oh yeah. No, you'll have to watch the pirate movie. It's a horrible piece of cinematography that's just amazing.
Is it the musical one? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. It's like the Pirates of Penzance, but with Christy McNichol and the guy from Blue Lagoon.
The Blue Lagoon. I had nightmares in the Blue Lagoon.
I can see why. Because I think I kind of like did a partial watch one day where I was like watching it, but not really paying attention. Yeah. That movie's messed up.
She starts her period on the island.
Yeah.
And they don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I know. This is like, I'm dying. Which anybody would naturally think about.
Yes, if I don't know what's happening, I'm obviously dying.
Come on, girls. Relax, loosen up.
Something is very wrong here. And I watched that when I was young and I hadn't started yet. And that movie freaked me out. And I was spending a night at a friend's house because that's where my mom was so protective about movies we watched.
Yeah.
You would allow me to watch the Blue Lagoon.
Yeah.
But my friend's mom, not so much.
Yeah. It's a summer party day.
We're fine. And she had a water bed. And so
Back in the day, water beds.
I don't remember why she had a water bed. I think it had been her parents at one point, and they were like, "This is not good," because it was like a king size water bed for like a 10-year-old.
Oh my God!
Never slept on a water bed. I don't recommend it. Gosh. It's interesting. I would think at least one of them would have had a water bed, and that could have been a whole zany episode where it leaks, like ruins the house. They did one about a toilet that like leaked everywhere and like destroyed the house. I'm pretty sure. That's why you need everyone to have their own bathrooms, because you have 4 bedrooms and like 2 bathrooms. It's gonna get clogged. That's not a good plan.
I will be the one. Nobody ever wants to share a bathroom with me. I'm just throwing it out there. I have a talent. That is my talent.
You have multiple talents, as we now know. You are a lip syncing pantomime.
Second place lip syncer.
Second place lip syncer. Also had like a housekeeper the first episode.
I know.
Did that threw you off? That threw me off when I watched it. It was like a gay.
It's like, and then he just like went away. Yeah.
I was reading like the trivia, and they said at one point, like we just need the girls. Which that had been a big decision in '85. Like, can you imagine?
Oh yeah.
Not only is it 4 female leads, 5 if you include Sophia, but she wasn't as big at the beginning.
Yeah.
She wasn't even living there yet.
When it was 3, it's only 4 of them because it was.
3. Oh
three.
yeah, no, you're right. three
Yeah.
female
leads, and then
and
Sophia.
in their 50s. Like, what a pitch meeting that had to have been.
Golden Girls. That's a golden ticket idea, right?
Oh yeah.
In the 80s.
And then it sold, and it sold well.
7 years.
Yeah.
We're still with that.
And we're still talking about it, and we're still watching that. Yeah.
I'm still watching it.
And everyone's still like, that's the goal. I was like, totally.
That's the one I rewatched the entire thing about a year ago. It was one of the first things I saw on Hulu and said, I'm going to watch Golden Girls. I love it.
This.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
yes. They had some good guest stars. We already talked about Leslie Nielsen was the big one.
Yeah.
Mario Lopez.
I can't remember who else they pulled.
Who I remember.
I think because I watched a little clip of the Drew Barrymore show because now my life is down to clips. George Clooney was on the he was on the Golden Girls.
What? Yeah. He was also on Roseanne.
Oh yeah, I remember him on Roseanne. I was like, ah.
And he was on Facts of Life.
Oh yeah, I loved it. That's where I fell in love with him because he had the best hair.
Clooney. Clooney.
Oh God, yeah.
Always had that best hair.
Who was he in Golden Girls? Which episode?
Some guest. I don't know. But because he was talking about all the ladies, he's like, just that how Betty White was just amazing. B. Arthur. I mean, he's like so classic Hollywood too. I mean, he really, with Rose Clooney as his Rosemary Clooney as his aunt. It's like, hello.
Yeah, you're gonna make it out.
Talk about an icon.
He was the cop on the. I do remember this one now. He was a cop on the Golden Girls when they had to help stake out their neighbors. So it's not the empty nest neighbors, secret neighbors. They lived in a real neighborhood.
They lived in a hood.
They investigate their neighbors who are suspected as jewel thieves.
Ooh.
Oh, and I love
reality. Let's be real. 80s in Miami.
I can't really see it.
No, I can't really see it. Yeah, it's like
roads like this.
I would say 80s
That's
Miami,
the picture they show.
Nice neighborhood. It was really, they were drug dealers.
Cocaine, glorious cocaine.
Let's be real.
Let's be real.
They were drug dealers.
Money laundering front for
drug
dealing in
Miami. They were
Miami.
laundering money. They were drug dealers. It was all cocaine. That's all it was.
That's why you never saw them sleeping.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All the time. That's why Rose is doing this.
It was all the cocaine. The cocaine.
I'm looking at your picture. The other thing I love, they didn't okay, so no, I guess because of the pandemic, now we're back to the don't dye your hair, age naturally. That's what it was. That's why we're always they were in their 50s because they have gray hair.
Yeah. Oh, honey, my hair will always be this color. Don't worry, no matter what age.
Wasn't Estelle Getty actually Sophia?
She was younger.
She was younger than
I think she was the youngest. I mean, definitely younger than B. Arthur.
She was born in 1923.
Okay.
B. Arthur was born in 1922.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Betty White, still sad that she passed away. She was born in 2022 as well.
Okay.
I thought I think she is.
Yeah, but
oh no, Rue was born in 1934.
Okay.
So Rue was younger. So Rue was actually in her 50s when it was filming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The others were older.
Yeah. But they'd both been I mean, I think all of them had been around so much too, though. I mean,
if we ever get to do Halloween together, if that ever happens again, we need to do a Golden Girls. I'm surprised.
I'll be George Clooney.
We did Dirty Brownies, but we did not do the Golden Girls.
I know. Well, the Dirty Brownies, we got a bar tab. We got a bar tab.
Leslie. Alex Trebek was also on Golden Girls.
Oh.
Bob Hope. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Burt Reynolds.
Oh, I think I vaguely remember that because I think Sophia was all crazy about him too.
Was he playing Burt Reynolds?
Maybe. I think so. Yeah. I love Burt Reynolds.
God, I love Jerry Orbach. I miss him.
Oh, yeah.
Don Amicia, Julio Iglesias. Do you remember
Oh.
the one with all the Elvis impersonators?
Yes, because oh my God, that what's his name? Quentin Tarantino was one of them.
He was?
Yes.
Elvis. I didn't know that.
I can't remember if it was the Golden Girls or maybe it was another. No, I think it was the Golden Girls.
Yeah, there's one where I don't remember why, but they have like all these Elvis impersonators show up because they're zany girl.
Why not?
Also, after the episode of Rose thinking she has AIDS, the next week,
I was like, next week's
all of
episode,
our Elvis impersonators.
all these Elvis impersonators show up.
Was it at a funeral too? It was something really crazy.
Yeah, it was something random. And I can't remember if he was in that, if it was Golden Girls or if it was something else.
Viva Las Vegas. What was the one that was it Nick Cage did with the flying Elvises? That movie?
Yes. Oh my God. That is wedding goals for me right there. Wedding
you
goals.
Want to jump from a plane.
Well, no. I will not be jumping from a plane. There is no need for that. No, I want to be dressed up as a showgirl. He can be dressed up as Elvis.
You are absolutely correct. It was Quentin Tarantino as one of the Elvises.
Shut up. Damn. Girl. See? Useless information. Useless information.
It's called Sophia's Wedding.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think, didn't Sophia get like married for a hot minute or something and then he dies or something like that?
Apparently, and they have all the Elvis impersonators there.
Well, you know.
And it was a two-parter. I do remember that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I think it was like a wedding and a funeral.
Oh, yeah. Look at season 4, find Sophia's Wedding, and then you'll see Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
So, yeah, back to Golden Girls and why now we realize it's just they were all selling cocaine.
I think that, you know what? How else could they afford that house in that neighborhood?
Yeah,
it was the 80s in Miami.
At least
then how could they afford to run a hotel too? They had to have a stash somewhere.
They had
a stash.
Well, I mean, Rose and Blanche lived off their husband's insurance, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, Dorothy was a teacher. There were some episodes where they talked about like money struggles too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Rose had 5 million jobs. At one point, she worked, I think, at a grocery store. She was the candy striper. Then she worked at like the news.
Well, she worked like a suicide hotline too, or something.
A suicide hotline. All kinds of things they did.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did Blanche work?
Blanche, no. Well, no. Like they said that she was like she had a job at the museum or something like that.
Did she?
Yeah. That was first season. First season at least.
Yeah. And she
was living off family money. She is living off of family money. She had the house in her name.
I had no judgment there. If I had family money, I'd live off of it too.
Oh, heck yeah.
Done. Family money it is.
Check.
What do you want to end on with the Golden Girls, Sarah?
Oh, the Golden Girls.
What's the life lesson that every 80s sitcom had to give us? What's the lesson of the Golden Girls?
Friendship is forever.
Yes. Friendship is forever. Even if you get married at the end.
Even if you get married at the end and your friends kidnap your mother to run a hotel with her.
She didn't mind. She was like, bye.
Besos. Fun. Enjoy your life.
And did she like run back into the house at the end and they all do the group hug again?
I think so. Yeah. It's like
such a good show.
It was.
Good topic. That made me happy.
Oh yes, totally.
Thank you for being a friend.
And I just rewatched the first movie that ever gave me nightmares. It's on Peacock, and I found it, and I was like, oh, I haven't watched this since I was like 8. I think my babysitter was letting me watch it. You're gonna die. It's the dumbest movie. It's called.
Oh, no. I bet you I can top it. Don't worry.
Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2. So bad.
Oh,
and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this. Let's see what happens. Okay. So bad. Top it, Sarah. Come on, competitive.